Hello everyone. So we can start with our lesson. Alright, so this is the activity I have provided last time concerning Gauss-Jordan elimination. No? Okay, so for today, I will discuss about the Gauss-Jacobi method. No? Okay, so suppose we have this system of linear equations. No? And to perform Gauss-Jacobi iteration, no? So we have to transform every equation in terms of the variable, no? So for instance, considering the first equation, we express x sub 1 in terms of other variables, no? X sub 2, x sub 3, and so forth and so on, no? Likewise, in the second equation, considering the second equation, we express x sub 2 in terms of x sub 1, x sub 3, x sub 4, and so forth and so on. Okay? Until we reach the last equation expressing x sub n in terms of the other unknowns. So for example, if I have a simple example, let's say I have x sub 1 plus 2x2 plus 3x3 equals to 5, no? Okay, then this is my first equation. My second equation is x sub 1 minus 3x2, okay, plus 5x3 equals negative 2. This is my second equation. Then let's say I have 2x sub 1 minus 5x sub 2, okay, and then minus 2x3 equals 1. This is my third equation. So considering equation 1, I will express x sub 1, no, in terms of the other unknowns. So that will be 5 minus 2x2 minus 3x3. Okay? For equation 2, okay, x sub 2 will be expressed in terms of x1 and x3. So we have negative 2 transposing x1 minus x1, and then minus 5x3. Okay, then there's negative 3 here, so we divide it by negative 3. Okay, so that is x sub 2. Okay, so x sub 2 is negative 2 minus x sub 1 minus 5x3 all over negative 3. So this is now x sub 2, okay, in terms of x1 and x2. For equation 3, this is for equation 1, okay, for equation 2. Then for equation 3, so what is x sub 3? Okay, x sub 3 will be expressed in terms of x1 and x2. So that is 1 minus 2x1, 1 minus 2x1 plus 2x3, plus 5x2. Okay, 1 minus 2x1 plus 5x2 all over negative 2. Okay, so that is x sub 3. There. Okay, so ito yung mga yan, no? x1, b1 minus a12, x2. So until divided by a11, then x sub 2 divided by a22. So, ganyan yung ibig sabihin niya. Okay? So, we proceed with an example to this, no? So, in performing Gauss-Jacobi iteration, the values of the unknowns in the system of linear algebraic equations will converge as the iteration is continued, provided that the matrix A is diagonally dominant. Alright, no? So, in this case, in performing Gauss-Jacobi iteration, no? So when we say that the system of linear algebraic equations will converge as the iteration is continued. So when we perform Gauss-Jacobi iteration, uh, so there's a chance that the value will converge. No, okay, the value of the unknown, every value of the unknowns, no, will converge. There's a possibility. No, so sabihin niyan, palapit ng palapit sa tamang sagot, no? Una, hindi sila tamang sagot, no? Pero habang yung iteration nako-continue, okay, lumalapit tayo sa tamang sagot. Nagko-converge, ibig sabihin yan. Ibig sabihin, nag-approach ng limit, no? Nag-approach siya ng limit. Okay? So later, I will show you paano yun, no? Yung paano nagko-converge. Provided that the matrix A is diagonally dominant. Kapag yung matrix A natin ay diagonally dominant, magko-converge siya automatic. Okay? Magko-converge siya automatic. Okay. Pero ano, tuturo ko muna kung paano yung diagonally dominant. So, mamaya meron tayong example dyan kung paano natin malalaman kung diagonally dominant. So, for a matrix to be diagonally dominant, no, the absolute value of the major diagonal element in any specific ith row should be greater than or equal to the sum of the absolute value of the other elements in that specific ith row. So let me give you an example to this. Here it is. So according sa statement na to, for a matrix to be diagonally dominant, no, the absolute value of the major diagonal element. Ano yung mga major diagonal element natin? So kung meron akong uh, 3 by 3 matrix, okay, ayan. So ito yung mga major diagonal elements, right? A11, A22, A33. For a matrix to be diagonally dominant, no, the absolute value of the major diagonal element in any specific ith row. So in this example, ito yung first row, ito yung sa second row, no? Ito yung sa third row, no? For a specific matrix to be diagonally dominant, the absolute value of the major diagonal element in any specific ith row should be greater than or equal to the sum of the absolute value of the other elements in that specific ith row. No? So in this case, meron tayo ditong let's say consider natin yung first row, no? So in that case, meron tayong A11, no? So yung A11 na yan, okay? So yung A11 na yan, para maging diagonally dominant, no? Dapat mag-satisfy sa condition na to. Greater than or equal to yung ibang elements dun sa row na yan. kung nasan yung A11, should be greater than or equal to the sum of the absolute value of the other elements in that specified row, na kung saan nakalocate yung A11, kung anong row nakalocate. So in that case, A12 plus A13. Absolute value. Take note. Absolute value. Okay? So, i-consider natin yung absolute value niya. So, pag sinabi natin absolute value, we only consider the positive value of that element. No? Ayan. Ayan. So, consider lang natin yung positive value ng bawat element. Okay? So, ito yung considering all the elements in row 1, A11, A12, A13. Since ito yung element na nasa major diagonal, dapat mas malaki yan or equal siya sa pinagsamang dalawa nung A12 and A13. Okay? Pag nasatisfy na ba ito, automatic ba na diagonally dominant na yung matrix na to? Hindi. Dapat masatisfy yung lahat. Considering every row. No? Considering every row. So, in this case, considering row 2, magsisimula tayo sa A22. Yung value niyan, yung absolute value niyan, dapat greater than or equal sa pinagsamang iba nung nasa row 2. A21 plus A23. Okay? Ito yon. A22 greater than or equal to A21 plus A23 kung meron pang iba. So sa example ko, 3 by 3 lang tayo. Kaya hanggang doon lang ang limit. And then, let's say nasatisfy na yung dalawa. Greater than or equal. No? Meron ka pang isa-satisfy dapat. No? Para maging diagonally dominant yung ating matrix. So in this case, we have A33. Okay? Kunin natin absolute value, dapat mas mataas siya or equal sa pinagsamang dalawa na A31 and A32. Okay? So, ganun siya dapat. So, A33, absolute value of the element A sub 33 greater than or equal to the absolute value of A sub 31 plus the absolute value of A sub 32. Okay? So, ganun siya dapat. No? So, considering row 1, ito yung masasatisfy dapat. Considering row 2, ito dapat masasatisfy. Considering row 3, masasatisfy din dapat ito. Pag nasatisfy yung tatlo, automatic, diagonally dominant na yung matrix. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabi na the absolute value of the major diagonal element in any specific row, no, should be greater than or equal to the sum of the absolute value of the other elements in that specific row. No, let's go first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, kung meron man. Okay? So that's the condition. Alright, so we proceed with an example to this. So later na lang yung example. So note muna, it is possible to obtain the values of the unknowns in the system of linear algebraic equations even if matrix A is not diagonally dominant. So kahit yung matrix A natin ay hindi diagonally dominant, okay, posible pa rin na makuha natin yung mga real values, yung mga tamang values, yung mga unknowns, no? Values ng mga unknowns, no? Kahit hindi diagonally dominant yung ating matrix. Okay? So, in this case, It is also possible not to obtain the values of the unknowns in the system of linear algebraic equations if matrix A is not diagonally dominant. No? Hence, the values of the unknowns will diverge. So, ganun yung consideration natin dito. Posible din na hindi natin makuha yung mga value ng mga nawawalang unknown. Let's say, x sub 1, x sub 2, and so forth. No? Kapag yung matrix A natin ay hindi diagonally dominant. So hence the values of the unknowns will diverge. Pag hindi diagonally dominant, magda-diverge yung mga values. Sabihin niyan, they will not approach a specific value. No? Hindi sila mag-approach. So kumbaga, walang limit, no? Kung saan siya papunta. So later, may examples tayo dyan. Hence, the values of the unknowns will diverge. So example, find the solution of the given system of linear algebraic equations. So if this is our system of linear algebraic equations, no? Okay. So, dapat masatisfy muna yung condition na diagonally dominant. Okay. So, is this satisfied? A11 greater than A12 plus A13? Is this also satisfied? A22 greater than or equal to A21 plus A23? And also this, A33 greater than or equal to absolute value of A31 plus absolute value of A32. So, lahat yan absolute value, no? So, in this case, check nga natin kung na-satisfy. So, bago natin gawin yan, dapat masatisfy muna. Ano yung A11 natin dito? So, ano muna yung ating so 27, 6, negative 1, 6, 15, 2, then 1, 1, 54. Ito yung ating matrix A. Yan yung ating matrix A ngayon. Ngayon, ito yung ating A11, 27. Absolute value of 27 greater than or equal to absolute value of A12, ano yon 6, plus absolute value of A13, that is negative 1. No? Ano yan? 27 greater than or equal to 6 plus 1. 27 greater than, question mark muna yan. 27 greater than or equal to 7. Okay, correct. No? Satisfied. Okay. No? How about the second one? Okay. How about the second one? Ito. So, A22. So, that is 15. No? Absolute value greater than or equal to A21. A21, ito yung 6. No? Plus A23, ito yung 2. Okay. So, 15 greater than equal to 6 plus 2. 15 greater than or equal to 8. So, satisfied. Yes. No. Okay. No? And then, we proceed dito. So, we consider 54. Absolute value greater than or equal to absolute value A31, that is 1, plus A32, that is 1. No? So 54 greater than or equal to 1 plus 1. Yes. Okay. Satisfied. So, okay. Therefore, it's diagonally dominant. No? So diagonally dominant. Okay. So therefore A is diagonally dominant. Okay. Matrix A is diagonally dominant. So we can proceed, no? So in this case, we now express x in terms of y and z, considering the first equation. No? Considering the first equation, so we express, so that is 85 minus 6y plus z over 27. Okay? Then considering the second equation, y is expressed in terms of x and z. So 72 minus 6x minus 2z over 15. Okay, so we get this. Considering the third equation, okay, we have 110. We solve z in terms of x and y. So z is 110 minus x minus y over 54. Okay, so knowing that, we now put a subscript. Excuse me. We now put a subscript for in the left part of the equation. We put I plus 1 as the subscript for the unknown x. And for the right part of our equation, we, we put subscript I for the other unknowns. Okay? Y sub I, Z sub I. No? And we do this, no, for other equations as well, like equation 2 and equation 3. So yi plus 1 equals to 72 minus 6xi minus 2zi over 15, zi plus 1, 110 minus xi minus yi over 54. Okay? Next procedure, you guess. Guess a value. No? Let's say our guesses are as follows, 0, 0, 0. So we start with I equals 0. Starting at I equals 0. So this will be x sub 1. So in this case, if we start with 0, we have x sub 0 plus 1 is 1, right? 85 minus 6y0 plus z sub 0 over 27. That's it. No? Likewise, for y, no? For y sub 1, so 0 plus 1 is 1, so 72 minus 6x0 minus 2z0 over 15. Next, we have z sub 1, 110 minus x sub 0 minus y sub 0 over 54. Okay, we do that. So, we have now the table. No? So, we start with I. No? We start with I. Okay? So, we start with I. So, we have 0, 0, 0, 0. So, these are the initial values. 0, 0, 0. Okay? We write them. 0, 0, 0. Okay? And then xi plus 1. So, we do this. 85 minus 6 times 0, yo. No? For I equals 0, yo, 0. Plus z sub 0, that is 0, over 27. Okay? So, we will use a calculator. Allow me to use my calculator. No? So, we have 85. I'm using my calculator now. Minus 6 times 0 plus 0 over 27. We get 3.148. No, 3.148. Then we consider the second one. So this is 0, this is 0. So we have 72 minus 6 times 0 minus 2 times 0 over 15. So we have 4.8. Okay. Next we have z sub 0, z sub 1. So we have for I equals 0, so this is 0 plus 1 z sub 1. So this is z sub 1. So 110 minus x sub 0 is 0. Minus y sub 0 is 0 over 54. So we have 110 over 54. So that is 2.037. Okay. Next, we have, ayan, considering kapag 1 naman siya, when I is 1, okay, when I is 1, so this is 1 plus 1 is 2. So this will now become 2. So this will now become 2, okay, and this will become 1 because I is 1. This will become 1. This will become 1. Okay, there. Likewise, this will become 2. Then this will become 1. This will become 1. Okay, this will become 2. Become 1. Become 1. Okay. Okay, so let's perform. So we have 85. 85 minus 85 minus 6 times y1. So this is y1, 4.8 times 4.8 plus z1. Okay, plus z1. So this is z1 plus z1, 2.037 over 27. So we get 2.157. So we get this 2.157. So that is x sub 2 now. I equals 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. X sub 2 is 2.157. Okay. Then we have for I equals 1, we have y sub 2. So we proceed now with I sub 2. Okay. I sub 2, y sub 2 I mean. So we have 72 minus 6. 72 minus 6 times x sub 1 is 3.148 minus 2 times z1. 2 times z1 is 2.037. Okay, there. Then we get, then we divide it by 15. We divide by 15. 3.269. Okay, we get this. Next, we have z sub 2, 110 minus x sub 1. So this is x sub 1, 110 minus 3.148 minus y sub 1 is 4.8. Okay, here's y sub 1 over 54. No? Over 54. So 1.890. Na-round off siya, no? 1.890. Considering 3 decimal places, no? So that's it. So ganun lang yung pattern. Okay, so let's try one more. Okay. So if I is 2, if I is 2, so magiging x sub 3, no? So magiging x sub 3. Then I is 2, so y sub 2. Okay, y sub 2. Z sub 2. Okay, y sub 2. Ayun. Okay. Ayan. Alright, so let's do it. So we proceed x sub 3. So 85 minus 6 times y2. Okay. So we have 85 minus 6 times y2 is 3.269 plus z2 is 1.890. No. Okay, and then over 27. 2.492. There. No. We have 2.492. Okay. Next, y sub 3. No. We should get this. So 72 minus 6. Minus 6 times x sub 2. X sub 2 is 2.157. Okay, then minus 2 times z2. Z2 is 1.890. Okay, then we divide it by 15. We divide it by 15. 3.685. Okay, then z sub 3. Okay, we have 110 minus x sub 2. Okay, x sub 2 is 2.157. Okay, minus y sub 2 is 3.269. Okay, over 54. 1.937 there. No? Okay. So, nakuha yun. Next, makukuha yan. Okay, alam niyo na yung pattern. It's for you to discover na lang yung mga values. No? So, ganyan yan. Hanggang umabot ka sa dulo. So, kung mapapansin mo, okay, ano nangyayari habang yung iteration ay nagko-continue. No? So, dito sa I equals 5. 3 point. So, analyze natin. No? So, yung naging una, 0 ito. Tapos, ito ay 3.148. Right? Tapos, 3.148 naging 2.157. 2.157 tapos naging 2.492. 2.492 naging 2.401. Lumalapit sa 2.4, di ba? So 2.401, 2.432. 2.432, 2.423. Nagko-converge siya. Hindi siya lumalayo sa 2.4. 2.423, 2.426. 2.426, 2.425. 2.425, 2.426. 2.426, 2.425. Pagdating sa pang-sampo, 2.425, 2.425. Nag-converge na talaga. No? So sabihin niyan, yun na yung yun na yung naging limit niya to 3 decimal places. Kapag 3 decimal places lang ang concern, equal na sila dyan, no? So yan na yung tamang sagot, in short. So x now is 2.425. Okay? So yun ang magiging sagot natin, x is 2.425. Okay? Kasi nag-converge, no? And then, tignan natin yung y, no? Tignan natin yung y. I-compare natin yung y. So, y, una 0, tapos 4.8. 4.8, then 3.269. 3.269, and then 3.685. 3.685, 3.545. 3.545, 3.583. Di siya naalis sa 3.5, no? 3.583, 3.570. 3.570. So, indication niya na nagko-converts. 3.574. 3.574, 3.573. Lumalapit. 3.573 through 3.573. I-continue mo pa yan. Okay, ulit-ulit na yan. Kahit i-continue pa yung number of iterations, yun pa rin ang lalabas, 3.573, considering 3 decimal places. So therefore, y is 3.573. No? And then, consider naman natin yung z. Okay? Z as 0, 2.037, 2.037, 1.890, 1.890, 1.937, 1.937. Hindi na siya umalis ng 1.9, no? Excuse me. 1.923, 1.923, 1.927, 1.927, 1.926. Lumalapit. 1.926, 1.926. Hindi na nag-iba. Kahit i-continue mo pa 1.926, 1.926 hanggang matapos, kahit dagdagan mo pa yung number of iteration, yun na yun. Yun na yung limit niya. No? Nag-converge. So, z is 1.926. Okay? Do you understand? I hope you understand. Okay? So x is 2.425, y is 2.573, z is 1.926. So, sabihin niya, if x sub I plus 1 is equals to xi for 3 decimal places, okay, so therefore x equals to xi. So x is 2.425, no? So kapag naman y, if yi plus 1 equals to yi, no? Equals to yi for 3 decimal places, therefore y equals to yi. Okay, that's why we have 3.573. Okay, then if zi plus 1 equals to zi for 3 decimal places, therefore z equals to zi. Okay, there. So 1.926. Okay, any question? I think I hope you get it. No? So if you have questions, we have our Facebook Messenger. No, you can ask questions. No? So there, I'm done. So there's an activity. You have an activity to do. No, so I'll just provide this at Google Classroom. No, so let me share to you on how to use Excel for this topic. Okay, so we have here. So here's the problem. So this is my previous problem. And our answer are as follows. 2.425, 3.573, 1.926. No? Is that correct? Let's see. 2.425, 2.425, 3.573, 1.926. So let me teach you on how to uh, use Excel. So here's the problem, no? So we have 27x plus 6y minus plus negative 1z equals 85, okay? So you know how to type this, right? 6x, 15y, then 2z, 72, 1x, 1y, 54z, 110. And then, uh, let me copy this up to this part. Or ito na lang yung copy ko. Ayan. So we have ax equals b, no? So we have here, so alam niyo na itong gawin, yung matrix A. So no need to explain this, no? Then this is 85, 72, 100. So i-copy mo lang dyan, no? So copy lang natin. A13, ito A15, ito equals sa A17, no? And so forth and so on. And then, ganun din dito, 85, AJ13, J15, J110. Test A, test for A, diagonally dominant, no? So ito siya. So test for A, diagonally dominant. So ito yung mga consideration natin. Dapat masatisfy itong tatlo for it to be diagonally dominant, no? Okay? Dapat yung tatlong yan masatisfy. Okay? So, in that case, check natin. Ano yung value ng A11? A27. Okay, kunin natin yung absolute value. Let's say, halimbawa, di natin alam yan. Okay. Tapos ito, hindi natin alam yan. So, A11 greater than or equal to A12 plus A13. Hanapin muna natin. ABS for absolute value. No? Absolute value of a number, A11 is 27. Ito. Okay. Tapos ito naman, A22, absolute value of 15. A22. Then, ito, absolute value of 54. Yeah. Tapos ito, A12 plus A13. So, absolute value of A12, A12 plus A13, A13. Okay, ayun. And then, ito naman, absolute value of A21 plus absolute value of C24. Okay? Yeah. Tapos ito, absolute value of A31 plus A32. Okay? Ayun. 2. Alright, so diagonally dominant. No? So, na-satisfy ba yung tatlo? So, kung na-satisfy yung tatlo, mag-comment lang tayo. So, note, based from the above data, A is diagonally dominant, and using Gauss-Jacobi method can lead to few iterations to solve the given system of linear equations. Okay? So, actually, so paano natin gagawin to? Program natin, or should I say, program natin, no? Na kung saan masasabi natin kung if A is diagonally dominant or A is not diagonally dominant, and performing Gauss-Jacobi iteration is discouraged. So, meron kasi ditong if statement, no? If statement. So, if C29 is greater than H29 and C32 is greater than or equal to H32 and C35 is greater than or equal to H35. So, ito na yung statement na yan. No? Ito na yung statement. So, copyin lang natin yung statement. Okay. Copyin lang natin yung statement. So, ganito lang yan. Sabihin natin, din natin alam yan. Okay. So, based from the data, so mag-if statement tayo. So, A11 is greater than or equal to A12 plus A13. O pag yan ay, okay, pag yung absolute value, if ito yung value, no, ito yung absolute value ng A11, if that is greater than or equal to, dito, ito yung pinagsamang A12 and A13, no? Yung absolute value nila, okay? Okay? At hindi lang yan, meron pa siyang kasama and itong A22, okay? Pag greater than or equal to then, dito, sinasatisfy lang natin ito, no? At saka yung pangatlo, and dito, okay, greater than or equal to, C35, C35. And dito, C35 greater than or equal to dito. Okay. If C35 is greater than or equal to H35. Okay. So tapos, pag nasatisfy yan, pag nasatisfy yan ay type lang natin ito. A is diagonally dominant. No? So A is diagonally dominant. A, matrix A is diagonally dominant and is A is diagonally dominant. And using Gauss-Jacobi method can lead to few iterations. Okay. So to solve the given problem, ayan. Okay. To solve the given system of linear equations, or solve the given problem na mo. Or pwede rin yung to solve the given system of linear equations. Okay, period. Okay. Yan natin. So tapos, maglalagay tayo ng another statement, yung opposite naman. Okay, kasi if statement yan eh. If statement, meron na opposite. A is not diagonally dominant. No? A is not diagonally dominant. Okay? A is not diagonally dominant and performing Gauss-Jacobi method. And Gauss-Jacobi iteration or Gauss-Jacobi method is discouraged. Okay? A is not diagonally dominant and performing Gauss-Jacobi iteration or method is discouraged. Ayan. Okay? Alright, so we can proceed. Oh, what happened? Parenthesis. No typing to type formula. Apostrophe. What happened? A is not diagonal dominant and using Gauss-Jacobi that method can lead to few iterations of the given problem. Check natin. Value if true, A is diagonally dominant. Ito yan. Kaya pala, ba't meron akong ganito? Nakasama ko to. Ayan. A is diagonal dominant and using Gauss-Jacobi method can lead to few iterations to solve the given problem. Ayun. Do you want to accept this correction? Yes. Okay. Tingnan natin. So, if C29 greater than or equal to H29, okay. And C32 is greater than equal to, okay, C35 is greater than or equal to H35. So, tama. So, A is diagonally dominant and using Gauss-Jacobi method can lead to few iterations to solve the given problem. Pag na-satisfy yung tatlong condition. First condition, dapat itong first, no? Tapos itong second, itong third. Okay, the three conditions. So, and then, pag naging true na yon, so type mo dito, okay, A is diagonally dominant. Ibig sabihin, value if true. Logic test muna, logical test, ito yung if statement. And then, comma, then value if true. So, ibig sabihin yan, kapag naglagay ka ng quotation mark, okay, sabihin niya ng lalabas ay yung wordings. Wordings ang lalabas, no? So, ganyan. So, kapag naman value if false, lagyan mo lang ng comma dito. Okay? Tapos, type mo, A is not diagonally dominant. No? Okay? So, if true, ito yung susulat mo. Pag false, ito yung susulat mo. Okay? So, that's it. So, A is diagonally dominant and using Gauss-Jacobi method can lead to few iterations to solve the given problem. That's it. No? So, don't worry, I provide you a copy of this, of my Excel for Gauss-Jacobi method. So, we can now proceed. Sa task, so meron tayo ditong yung XYZ kasi ay ito yung mga yon. So dahil diagonally dominant siya, i-express natin yung X in terms of Y and Z dun sa first equation. Dun sa second equation, express natin yung Y in terms of X and Z. Dun sa third equation, express natin yung Z in terms of X and Y. Okay? So, gaya nito. Ito. No? Ayan. So, 85 minus 6y plus z over 27. Okay? 72 minus 6x minus 2z over 15. 110 minus x minus y over 54. So, halimbawa, hindi natin alam to. No? Hindi natin alam yan. Ayan. Okay? So, sabi-sabihin nito, ano yun nandito? Ito yung 85. 85. No? Diba 85? So, equals 85. Ayan. Minus yung dito. Minus 6y. Minus 6y. So, dapat equals natin dyan. Minus 6y. No? So, equals natin dito. Minus 6y. Okay? And then, minus blank z. Minus negative 1z. Minus negative 1z na siya pag tinranspose mo. Yung minus negative 1z plus z yun. No? So, minus negative 1z. So, ano yun natin? Copy natin yan. Yan. Equals dyan. Ayan. Over kung ano yung coefficient ng x. Ano yung coefficient ng x? Dun sa first equation. So, ang coefficient niya ay 27. Enter. Ayun. No? Same para dito. So, y. Okay. So, y. So, 72. So, equals 72. Okay. Equals 72. Okay. Then, minus blank x. So, minus 6x. Okay. Then, minus blank z. So, minus blank z is minus 2z. Then, over kung ano yung coefficient ng y dun sa second equation. 15 yon, 15. So, coefficient ng y. So, over equals natin dun sa 15. Ayan. Okay? And then, z. So, coefficient is, how should I say, considering the third, ito yung 110. Minus coefficient of x dun sa ating third equation, coefficient niya is 1. Minus 1x or minus x. Then minus blank y. Coefficient ng y dun sa third equation. 1. Okay. Over coefficient ng z sa third equation. 54. No? There. Okay. So, meron na tayo. And then, gagawin natin ay mga ito. Okay. Ang gagawin natin ito. So, let x sub o equal 0, y sub o 0, z sub o 0. Diba? Yan yung mga guesses natin. Initial guesses ng mga x, y, and z natin. Okay? Kapag ginawa mo na yan, gawin mo na yung table na to. Okay? Gawin mo na yung table na to. Ayan. So, halimbawa, hindi mo alam yan. Okay? Halimbawa, hindi mo alam yan. Delete muna natin. So, start with 0. Diba? I starts with 0. Then, ito ay equal dito sa x sub 0. Diba? Enter. So, kung mapapansin mo, yung naka 3 decimal, automatic siya. Pwede mong, depende sa instruction, pwede nating dagdagan ng decimal yan. Or pwede nating bawasan. Ito yan, ito lang yan, no? Dagdagan ng decimal or bawasan natin ng decimal. Okay? So, and then, ito equal din sa 0. Ito equal sa 0. Then, meron tayo yung x sub 1 ngayon. X sub 1. So, ang x sub 1 natin ay ito. X sub 1 is 85. Pa, 85. Ito. minus 6 times y, yo, ito yon 0, no? Then, minus ito, negative, sorry, minus 6. Yung 6 ay dapat dito, yan, minus 6. Kasi pag nag-iba ako ng value nito, maapektuhan ito, syempre. Pag ginawa kong 6 yan at iniba ko yung value na yon, hindi magkakaroon ng maling sagot. So, dapat sila consistent. So, B41, so ayun, D41, ito, times YO, ito, C53. Okay. Ayun. Ay, ano nangyari? May napindot ako. Oh, what happened? Ayun. Tapos, ayan, D41 times C53 minus, di ba ito yung xi plus 1, yo, zo, minus, negative, ito, times zo ito. Ayan. Okay, tapos over 27. So, bigyan natin ng parenthesis. Over 27. Ay, hindi siya dapat. Dapat equals dito. Over 27. Over J41. Okay? Huwag mo susulat na 27 kasi pag nag-iba ako ng given, no? Maapektuhan yung sagot dito. No? So, pag nag-iba ako ng given, hindi mababago yung sagot dito. No? Yung J41, yung 27 pa rin. No? Kahit nag-iba ako ng given dito. So, ingat lang. So, J41. So, that's it. Enter. 3.148. Check natin. Ayun, nakuha. 3.148. No? And then, so yun siya. Then dito, so we have 72. Okay, minus 6 times x sub o minus 2 times z sub o parenthesis over 15. Enter. 4.8. 4.8. Ayun, nakuha 4.8. Okay. Then next we have 110 minus 1 times x sub o minus 1 times yo 0 over 54. So, bigyan natin ng parenthesis. Over 54. Ayan. Enter. 2.037. Let's check. There, we have 2.037. Okay. Then 1. So, ano lang natin ito? Plus 1. Tapos, pwede na natin ma-drag down. No? I-drag down na natin. Ayun. No? Okay. So, and then, merge and center natin. Okay. And then, we have 0. So, dito ngayon, equals ngayon, so ito ngayon, x. Dito, when I is 0, this is x sub 1. When I is 1, so magiging x sub 1 ito. So equal lang siya dito. Equal lang siya dyan. Ito rin ganon, equal siya dyan. Ito rin ganon, equal siya sa z. Okay? Kasi z1 yan eh. E di yung pag yung I mo ay 1, z1 din yan. So 2.037, 4.8, 3.148. Okay? Merge and center na. I-ano natin, center lahat natin. So ganun din dito, no? We have same. Ano mangyayari pag din-drag down ko? May mali, no? Ayun, nagalaw oh. Pag din-drag down ko, nagalaw yung 4. Dapat ma-fix. Meron dyan fix. No? Nagalaw. No? So, para hindi siya magalaw, gawin natin ganito. Delete muna natin. So, i-fix natin. So, anong i-fix? Anong fix ba dito? Sa tingin nyo? Ang fix dito, B41, yung B41, okay, laging ina-apply yan. 85 minus 6, y sub, dito lang nagbabago. YO, Y1, Y2, Y3, ZO, Z1, Z2, Z3. So, fix yung 85, therefore, bigyan ko ng dollar sign. Bigyan natin ng dollar sign, fix yung 85. D41, okay, fix din yan, no? Fix din yan, so bigyan natin ng dollar sign. Okay, ito fix din ito, G41. Okay, ito fix din yan, 27. Ito yung, okay. So, itong hindi fix, C53. Ito yung nandito. Magiging, pag din-drag down natin yan, magiging C54 yan pagdating dito. So, tama. Ito magiging D54 pagdating dito. No? Okay? Check natin. Drag down. Ayun. O, diba? Naging C54, D54. Okay? Ito, C53, D53. Nung din-drag down natin. Yun, no? So, kung mapapansin nyo, hindi gumalaw. Kanina gumalaw yan eh. Right? Ngayon, hindi na sila gumalaw. So, naka-fix na sila. Okay? Naka-fix na sila. So, dahil sa dollar sign. Okay. So, ganun din gawin natin dito. Kasi pagka i-drag down mo to, pababa. Nagalaw sila. Dapat hindi magagalaw yan. So, tama to, nagalaw yan. Bumaba. Tama yan. Pero ang hindi tama, yun nandito. So, ibigyan natin ng dollar sign. Okay. So, B53, dollar sign. Okay. Copy paste na lang natin yung dollar sign. Ayaw sa akin. Ayaw sa laptop ko yung copy paste. Dollar sign. D54, D43 hindi. Ang D43, ay tama. Sorry. D43 is fixed. Okay, D43 is fixed. B53, ito, G43 fixed. G43 fixed. No? G43 fixed. B53, hindi yan fixed. Yun yung X. Diba? Pag din-drag down natin yan, dapat B54. Okay? Then, D53. Saan yung D53? Ito, D53, hindi yan fix. Okay, ito G43, okay. 15 fix yan, fix. So, bigyan natin ng dollar sign. Okay. So, and then, enter. Ayun. Pag din-drag down mo, ayun. Okay, yan. Check nga natin. 2.157. Ayun, tama. 3.269. Okay. Then 1.890. Tingnan natin kung tama. 1.890. So, bigyan muna natin ng dollar sign dito. Fix to. Okay. Yung green, bigyan natin yung green at saka yung ito, G45. Okay. Enter. Then drag down. 1.890. Ayun, 1.890, no? Okay. Ayun, pwede na natin i-drag down lahat. Na ano na eh. Pwede na natin i-drag down ngayon lahat. Ayan. Tignan natin. Check natin. Yung pang-pito, 2.426, no? Then 3.574, ito. 1.926, so ito. 2.425, ito. 3.573, ito. 1.926, di ba? So, continue natin hanggang 10. Tignan natin. So, drag down natin. Okay. There, ayun. Tingnan natin. 2.425, 3.573, 1.926, 2.425, 3.573, 1.926. Ayun. Okay na. So, let's finalize our answers. Okay. Kahit extend mo pa yan, lilitaw pa rin yung mga same sagot na yan. No? Kahit extend mo pa yan. So, therefore, x is 2.425. So, kailan natin masasabi na equal sila? No? So, ganito lang yan. So, ira-round off kasi natin yung, let's say ito, yung x na yan. No? Meron pa yan kasing ano eh, decimal eh. No? Na 4th decimal, 5th decimal, 6th decimal. No? So, ira-round natin sila to 3 decimal places. No? Pag ni-round off natin yung B63 na to, yung X na to 3 decimal places, at naging equal dun sa ni-round off nating E63 na X sub I plus 1 na 3 decimal places din. Okay? Pag naging equal sila, okay, yung X ay equal sa X I plus 1. No? X equals to xi plus 1. Actually, kahit di mo na isama to, and round 6053 equal to round F63 3. So, pero for your information, dinagdag natin to. Sabihin na, ibig sabihin niyan na okay na para sa lahat yan. Pag naging okay na para sa lahat nun, dun na yung final answer na ilalagay natin. Okay? Although, pwede na yon yung kahit ito ng dalawa, no? So, let's say, burahin ko to, no? Okay? So, para di kayo maguluhan, i-sample natin. Delete natin. So, halimbawa, if round ito, i-round natin sa 3 decimal places. Okay. I equals dito, round 3 decimal places. Okay. So, pagka ganon, ang sagot ay ito. No? Yun ang sagot. Otherwise, ang magiging sagot ay error. Okay, error. Ano to? E63. Oo nga pala. Di ko nalagay yung decimal places. Ayun. 2.425. Tignan nga natin. Extend pa natin. Yung fourth decimal nila. 2.4255. Ito. 2.4255. Extend pa natin. 2.42546. Ayan. Di pa sila equal sa 5 decimal places. Right? Pero ang concern lang natin, maging equal sila to 3 decimal places. So kapag ginawa kong 5 yan, no, 5 decimal places, lalabas error. Error. Ayan, error. Okay? Enter. Error. Diba? So, balik na natin sa 3. Di pa sila equal kasi sa 5 decimal. Okay. Ayan, 2.425. So, ganun din. Balik na natin sa 3 decimal. Ayan. Okay. Then, yung y, ganun din. No? So, y, copy-paste na lang natin. Nag-iba. Nag-iba. Pero ayos lang yan. Round C. C63. 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 Okay. At saka yung F63. 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 Pag naging equal yan, equal yan sa C63. Otherwise, error. Ayun, 3.573. No? Okay. Tignan natin yung nila. Equal sila dyan. Hindi sila equal sa isang part. 3.57302. Hindi sila equal sa ano. Equal sila sa 3 decimal. 3.573 round off mo, round off mo. Sa 4 decimal, hindi sila equal. Gawin nga natin 4 decimal. 4 decimal. Ano nangyari? Equal ba sila? 3.57. Oo. Kasi mara-round off to. 299. 2999. So, 30 pa rin yan. Equal nga sila. Tama. Sa 5 decimal, equal ba sila? Tingnan natin. No. Error na sila. Kasi sa 5 decimal, 3.57299. Kasi 30299, 302. No? Meron na siyang 2 doon, hindi na sila equal doon. No? Okay? So, pero ang 3 lang ang concern natin, 3 decimal places. Okay? 3 decimal. 3.573. So, balik na natin. Okay? So, copy-paste natin to. So, ito naman, ano to? D63. Around D63. Tapos, ito, G63. May napindot ako na naman. G63. Ayan. Tapos, ang sagot ay D63. Ayun. Okay, 1.926. Okay, so I hope you understand. So I'll give you an activity at Google Classroom. No. So that's all for today. And I will provide this copy. No. So no. I'll provide you a copy of this sa Google Classroom. Alright, thank you very much. Good day everyone.